crack in the heat exchanger on the left. And there's another crack on the right. The chamber is completely deteriorating. I'm going to patch those small cracks with furnace cement. Pulled the blower. Looked up through the heat exchanger. Did not see any blowouts or major issues. I'm going to put it back together. We're going to write up deficiencies. We're going to run temporarily until we're able to get a new furnace installed. I'm here because the customer has been smelling fumes. And on a furnace this old, I took the liberty of taking the burner off and inspecting the heat exchanger. And I have found the heat exchanger to be bad. I patched it because they still need heat. So when I got here, top bolt for the burner was just spinning on the interior. I had to get my multi-tool and cut it off, which means I need to put a bolt back in, and I'm gonna have to get a wrench on either side of it to tighten it up. When you put a bolt back in on these burners, you have to put the nut on the back side because the bolt is going to be too long and it has to stick inside. If it's stuck outside, you wouldn't be able to close your transformer in a lot of cases. And inspected and found those cracks. I called my boss and he verified with the state inspector that as long as those cracks were all that I could see and I had cement, I'd be able to patch it and get these guys by until they can figure out a new furnace. Little trick when you're taking apart these air bands: scratch the paint off with a small screwdriver before you take off the air band, and scratch on the side exactly where the pointer goes for the small adjust, and you won't get it wrong putting it back. With the pump, you got the end of the coupling and you're putting it on. You spin the fan with your finger and that rotates it so you can slip the coupling onto the pump. The pump strainer was filthy and the filter was nasty out at the tank, so I'm replacing both. Even though we plan on replacing the furnace, I want to make sure it runs until we get back. When I replace the filter out of the tank, I left it full of air. Now I'm going to bleed out all that air is going to push through the line, and any sediment buildup in the line will be disrupted by the air as it comes through until you get a steady stream. Also helps to wash out the inner cover of the pump. There's not much on this furnace that isn't loose. Jerry homeowner's been keeping her going for a long time. I don't know when the last time, if ever, we've ever touched it. There's no sticker from us on the side of it. I think probably the last company told them they needed a new furnace, and they found a different person that would come and work on it. Sadly, I'm going to tell them they need a new furnace as well. Another trick. Now that the line's been bled out to the pump, I'm just going to pull up on this right here with the 2 bottom bolts tight and the 2 top ones just loose. Once I have oil coming out the top of the cover, I can tighten down and the furnace will fire first try. Pump has been blown. Thermostat was calling for heat, but the heat is not on because in working with the burner, I broke off TT. All redoing.